In this video, we're going to be looking at how we can evaluate negative and fractional indices. Before we begin, let's look at some of the basics. If I had a number to the power of a half, this would be the same as the square root of that number. If I had a to the power of a third, this would be the same as the cube root of a. If I had a to the power of -1, this is the same as taking the reciprocal of that number, so 1 over a. If I had a to the power -2, this would be the same as 1 over a squared. And the final basic thing that we need to discuss is the idea of having a to the power b all to the power c, so a to the power of bc. Now, the question that I've been given, 4 to the power of -3/2, is basically a combination of a number of these rules. First of all, using the third index law, 4 to the power of a half all to the power -3 is exactly the same, because -3 times a half is -3/2. Taking the square root of 4 is 2, so I now have 2 to the power of -3. As we saw above, if I've got a negative power, this means 1 over, and in this case 2 cubed. 2 cubed is 8, so my final answer is 1 over 8. Pause the video here and have a go at the question on the right hand side. When you're ready for the answer, press play. So using the third index law, I can write this as 125 to the power of a third all to the power -2. The product of a third and -2 is the same as the original power. The cube root of 125 is the same as 125 to the power of a third. The cube root of 125 is 5, so we now raise this to the power -2. I've got a negative power, so this will be 1 over 5 squared. And 5 squared is 25, so my final answer will be 1 over 25.